Bits of hearsay are circumventing that somebody made an endeavor on Jamie Foxx's life, and fans are saying this is precisely exact thing Kanye cautioned us about, but nobody stood by listening to him. All through Hollywood, many individuals come up missing feels like it very well. Maybe a ton of that Jamie Foxx was owned up to a clinic in Atlanta right around 14 days prior, and specialists are as yet running tests and attempting to sort out what befell him, and keeping in mind that James is currently supposedly leisurely recuperating from his secretive health-related crisis. He actually hasn't been set free from the medical clinic, even after weeks, and no different insights concerning his condition have been delivered to the public. In the meantime, the overseer of Jamie's impending Netflix film previously supplanted James with another entertainer, and fans are presently stressed that somebody attempted to wipe out James. Likewise, truly upsetting that Jamie's hospitalization came only months after Kanye West discussions about how Hollywood elites can cause individuals to vanish to damage and adapt. So is this what befell James? Did somebody genuinely attempt to take him out to control damage they need to adapt and damage? On Wednesday, April 12th, news broke that Jamie Foxx experienced an undisclosed unexpected problem. And as per TMZ, Jamie's condition was serious to such an extent that he was promptly hospitalized, and his whole family flew in to be close by. He was taken to the emergency clinic, and it was terrible enough that relatives from out of beyond Atlanta, there were some in Atlanta, yet relatives from outside flew in and hurried to the clinic to be close by. We were told by sources that realized that he had the option to impart starting not long ago, implying that he wasn't imparting before. Soon thereafter, Jamie's girl Kareen Box gave an assertion through Instagram, guaranteeing fans that Jamie's condition was at that point improving anyway. Kareem didn't uncover what precisely befell her father from the Fox family. We needed to share that my dad, Jamie Foxx, encountered an unexpected issue yesterday. Corin out, fortunately, because of speedy activity and extraordinary consideration. He is now en route to recuperation. A few news sources at first detailed that James has experienced a stroke because of stress brought about by an occurrence that as of late happened on the arrangement of his new film, Back in Real Life. Anyway, James' family hasn't affirmed or denied these reports, and keeping in mind that James' rep would have rather not answered demands for remarks on his well-being, a different source said the specialists are as yet running tests and attempting to sort out what befell James concerning the Back in Real Life dramatization. Only weeks before James was hospitalized, reports arose that James called the police to the arrangement of the film after he found an intricate plot to take his cash. As per the Everyday Mail, somebody attempted to take more than $50,000 from James during the movie creation, and the makers stopped the film to do an examination. An individual from staff was purportedly terminated because of their contribution in the arranged trick. Anyway, we actually don't have the foggiest idea who this individual was and how precisely they were intending to take James' cash. In the meantime, one source near the circumstance proposed in a meeting with the child that Jamie had some kind of breakdown after he understood somebody was attempting to trick him, and he supposedly terminated a few other senior makers on the spot in an angry fury. On set, the source likewise said that the entire movie has been a bad dream to shoot, and on top of postponements and troublesome weather patterns, this most recent issue was statement a smidgen more evil individuals will be happy when this thing at last wraps. The insider said, additionally, adding that Jamie's co-star Cameron Diaz was so damaged by the peculiar episodes on set that she's currently wanting to stop movie acting again. After James was hospitalized, many fans began guessing that the supposed trick on the arrangement of Back in Real Life and Jamie's health-related crisis were some way or another associated. However, at that point, the entire circumstance took a significantly seriously upsetting turn, Aftertales sprung up web-based that Jamie let the police know that somebody attempted to end his life. However, these cases are not checked. Numerous sources guarantee that the police came to the medical clinic to converse with Jamie, and one Twitter client said that Jamie told the police someone is attempting to kill him. What's likewise truly unusual is that the head of Back in Real Life, Seth Gordon, supplanted Jamie with his trick twofold when Jamie was taken to the clinic, and they kept recording as though nothing had happened. It was at first revealed by a few outlets that the development of Back in Real Life was closed down after Jamie experienced an unexpected problem anyway. Only a couple of days after Jamie was hospitalized, his trick twofold was spotted on set recording Jamie's scenes. And as per TMZ, Back in Real Life is going on without Jamie yet. For what reason rush to supplant disgrace? Did they realize immediately that Jamie's condition was significant to the point that he wouldn't have the option to function admirably? Fans via virtual entertainment are currently beginning to spread various speculations about what befell Jamie, and large numbers of them are saying that this could be all associated with what Kanye West was alluding to when he expressed that around Hollywood a ton of big names and their relatives disappear without clarification. My mother was forfeited me genuine, you comprehend, Michael Jordan. What might be said about him, whose daddy on the right track, Bill Cosby, is child right after his child, you're out in Hollywood. Many individuals come up missing, feels like it very well. Maybe a ton of that to adapt and damage now that Hollywood is controlled by strong elites who can dispose of celebs at whatever point they need and benefit off of their injury is the same old thing. As a matter of fact, before Kanye talked about this, individuals like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams were likewise attempting to caution the public that distinction has an extremely clouded side. Take some time when you punch through it to acclimate to the climate. It was totally beyond my edge of reference. I've been in the stage since I was 14. Furthermore, I've heard the narratives of what occurs, and I've seen these sorts of things work out before me. When you say you heard the tales, what do you intend? What stories? I mean, you see, before take a gander at Mariah Carey. Earned anything arrangement. And after 90 days, she's likewise strangely insane. Or Martin Lawrence punches through while he's waving the firearm on the road, shouting they're attempting to kill me. Better believe it. Definitely better believe it. We hear those accounts. And it generally occurs around the time in their vocation with, it appears like they're getting over the course of the following level. It's additionally fascinating that Dave referenced Martin Lawrence in this interview in light of the fact that many individuals are currently contrasting Martin's circumstance with James and bringing up every one of the upsetting similitudes between these two occurrences. Back in 1995, Imprint was recording the satire Spine Chiller, a flimsy line among adoration, and Can't Stand, when he evidently experienced a breakdown of some kind and was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Clinical Center. He was let out of the emergency clinic not long after anyway. Under a year after the fact, he experienced another episode and was captured waving a weapon in a Convergence on Ventura Street bar in Los Angeles and shouting they're attempting to kill me. Martin was again hospitalized, and his PR specialist guaranteed at the time that Martin had a breakdown because of outrageous fatigue and parchedness anyway. When Dave Chappelle showed up on Inside the Entertainer studio in 2006, he and Sydney held up that what befell Martin was not a secluded occurrence in Hollywood. Dave additionally alluded to his own experience when he broadly left a rewarding funny TV bargain and escaped to Africa, recommending that he needed to disappear to save his own mental soundness and potentially his life. For what reason is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? For what reason does Mariah Carey earn anything arrangement and take garments off on turf? Is it a powerless individual can't get to stay here and converse with you? Ain't no feeble individuals conversing with you. So what's going on in Hollywood? No one realizes. Likewise intriguing that Dave brought up that the media rushes to name somebody as insane at whatever point they attempt to stand up against the clouded side of Hollywood. And as all of you realize, this is precisely exact thing happened to Kanye, yet Dave isn't the main superstar who attempted to caution everybody about the wiped-out climate in Hollywood. Cat Williams, who was additionally marked as insane on different events during his profession, discuss the elites who run media outlets and what happens to celebs who attempt to confront them. A few of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own disservice. When individuals are against the Illuminati, then they get hit upside the head constantly. The press despises them, and no one loves them. It's not a fundamental for us to cause a serious ruckus, except if we plan to get stung multiple times. I didn't comprehend that they needed to sting me multiple times. I'm as yet not going to join yet. I regard it somewhat more now with regards to Kanye. Many individuals at first derided him when he discussed how VIPs are controlled and how effectively hospitalized without already experiencing any clinical medical problems. Fans began expressing that there are just an excessive number of happenstances as of now for us to just excuse Kanye's cases. Likewise, truly upsetting that Kanye discussed how somebody might have effortlessly crushed his drugs after he was hospitalized back in 2016, following a revealed mental crisis, and on the off chance that he had died, the media might have effortlessly put it on his psychological well-being issues, and they needed to cure me consistently. You understand, like they could have simply changed a drug, and I wouldn't be here, and on the news, they would have said it was a direct result of a psychological issue, right? I ain't never been returned to the clinic starting around 2015. However, every time they say I'm insane, it's exactly what I'm talking about, reality. So what's the insane part? And to this end, fans are currently stressed over.